both men and women, I think, are going to lie about it. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think you can expect people to be totally honest with their. You wanted to come in? Go ahead.
I also think like a big thing is that like for a lot of guys, like if you like haven't had sex, like you're still a virgin right now, like you're gonna get flamed for it. So like I know a lot of guys like that like just like lost their virginity just to lose it. Like it didn't mean anything, and like that's just like I don't know, because they want to put up a front that they like pull bitches. Like girls like don't necessarily like feel that way. They don't feel the need they have to like go all the way to sex to show that they like pull, but guys are kind of like different. Like if they are not like sealing the deal fully, it's just like are you like really legit?
Right. So it sounded like most of you said that body count shouldn't matter or doesn't matter. So my question is, if body count doesn't matter, what's your body count?
Mine's 12.
I will not disclose.
You won't disclose?
No.
Is it
Just in
more
case,
than
like-
50?
No.
Fuck no.
Less than 10?
Will not disclose. Just in case like employers find this.
Your employer, I get it, but like your employer's not.
They're not going to trip about it. That's your
You're not
private.
slept with.
That's your private. But you said it shouldn't matter, right? So
Yeah.
then be the change you want to see in the world.
Just
Next.
Okay. Alana?
5.
Okay.
Less than 5.
Less than 5? 4.5?
Less than 5.
Fair enough.
3.
yeah, I'm really not gonna say. I'm sorry. It's like I've had sex. That's all you need to know.
I thought it doesn't matter.
Am I the
though.
only one
Okay.
who doesn't care?
Yeah, I
No,
can't.
Okay.
I guess me
I don't want my mom
Esther?
to find this.
I won't disclose.
Disclose. Wow.
Multiply it by 3, and that's the real number.
Oh my
Okay.
God, no. I wouldn't have started with a way lower number if I was going to do that. No.
Okay.
I just don't see, like, maybe because I said, once again, I'm older than you guys, basically out of college, 5th year, whatever. You just learn it's not really something. Because you could say any number you want, and people are still going to be like, she could be lying. It could be higher. It could be less. It could be whatever. So, but
Yeah.
I just don't really give a fuck. I'm 22, about to be 23 years old. I've slept with 12 combined women and men. I really don't see anything concerning about that, but I don't know.
I think
Everyone's
that's
different.
probably. I don't know if that's. I mean, you have girlfriends, right? So you probably talk. And when I say girlfriends, it's
Yeah.
like female friends.
I'm
Like, are you
lower.
about?
I'm kind of lower.
Are you commensurate, or because I was going to say, at least for this area, I think you're.
No, I'm definitely
at 22.
lower.
You're a bit on the lower end.
Yeah, because I was in a relationship a good part of college. So like I've slept with 3 different people since like the pandemic started, since before pandemic. So it's
Sure.
like compared to my friends, especially my like bartending friends, downtown friends. Yeah, most of my girlfriends are like
Bruv.
almost near the
Bartenders.
hundreds already. So that's why
What?
like
Wait.
yeah.
Hold on. How old are your friends?
Like almost a lot of my friends are closer to 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the 100 number doesn't surprise me because I know some women with 100 plus body counts.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew a 19-year-old chick, 100 plus body count. I mean, UCSB, Santa Barbara,
Yeah.
SBCC, Isla Vista. Freshman women can rack up in the first freshman quarter or semester or whatever it is, like
Yeah.
major numbers. So, yeah, that doesn't totally surprise me. So I just really curious though. So what would you say for your age range do you think is the average?
For women?
Yeah, because you said you're a bit low. So do you think it's
For
closer
my
to like
age
20, 30?
range, I would say, yeah, for my age, like to like 22, 25-year-olds are usually around like 30,
Yeah,
30, 40.
30, 40,
Like
for
most of my
sure.
friends are between
For
30,
sure.
40. Like when we like a lot of us sat down and wrote down every single name, the ones that they could remember, or like events, time, and places.
Yeah.
And they're all, yeah. My only friends who have lower body counts are the ones who never left their hometown.
Okay. Got it. And then I'll open this up to you guys too. Like of your peer group of your friends or women you know, like what would you say their body count is?
I mean, from like friends, I think I hear like a lot of like 7s, like definitely less than 10 for a lot of the people I know.
We don't really talk about it because like we don't care.
Sure.
We don't really talk about it.
For me, with my friends,
If you talk about it.
we do talk about it. It's like less than 10. Yeah.
Okay.
My friends and I talk about sex a lot. Actually, it's our favorite topic.
my
It's
God.
just fun to talk about it. But yeah.
You don't have to name names.
Oh,
but
no,
what
I'm
what
not.
what
I'm
would you
not
say
going
like
to.
the average range, if you had to guess, of either your peer group or kind of women in your age range? What would you say?
I see that it like varies a lot from where you're from, I think, and like just where you grew up. Like some people who are like near like party schools or something, they're probably going to be higher just because
Yeah.
they've been more exposed to like hookup culture.
Let's say people in Santa Barbara, Isla Vista.
Like 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Esther?
We don't really talk about that.
Okay. Yukina?
I personally talk about a lot. But like I talk to people who not gonna judge me. You know, I can trust my friends, and then like especially Japanese people are really judgmental, so I never talk about it. But yeah, here, I talk. I can say.
Okay. So I need to give my take on the whole body count thing because I need to come in here. So I do think body count matters. I think it should matter. And I can give you guys a couple of reasons why. So, and I do think it's different between men and women because I don't think that there's a symmetry between what women want in men and what men want in women, or the preferences, boundaries, and standards that men have are different than the ones women have. So I think a big thing for men, and I think this has really been the case throughout all of human history, and I still think even to this day, men value sexual purity in women. Now, purity could mean virginity, but it could also just mean not being a hoe, not being the town bicycle. So men, that is a big thing for men. If there might be some men, you might have some guy friends who might say, I don't care about that. They might be lying. And obviously it depends. Like for a long-term relationship, for marriage, most men are not going to want to marry the town bicycle. They're not going to want to marry a woman who's, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of simps out there that are going to accept you as you come, but most men are going to have a very serious issue taking you seriously if you have a promiscuous past.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does anybody want to come in? I maybe saw a couple eyebrow raises.
What's the question exactly?
Well, I'm just giving you my take.
Oh.
Yeah. If you have a response to it, you're welcome to
That
come in
men
because,
don't wanna-
well, because my position sort of is different than yours. So I don't know if you have a rebuttal or if you have an issue with anything I've just said. I can give you some more reasons.
Yeah, can you just keep going?
Yeah, sure. I'll keep going. So, I mean, there's a couple reasons why body count should matter. It was already kind of brought up. There's the STD thing. Someone who's more promiscuous is more likely to have an STD.
True.
So if you've slept with more people,
That's not true at all, actually.
if you've slept with more people, it's not true.
It's not always directly tied because some people who sleep around a lot use protection every time, right? People who sleep with their partners.
You can still get an STD.
Yeah, you totally can. But a lot of
And
people.
yeah, if you've only had one partner, you've only slept with one person, you can still get an STD.
Yeah.
Maybe there's infidelity, maybe it was dormant, or whatever. Maybe
Mhm.
so sure. But generally speaking, I would say the more sexual partners you've had,
You could be more susceptible. For
your
sure.
the likelihood that you're going to get an STD or will have an STD is increased.
Yes, but there's so many factors that go into it that it's not just a direct correlation.
I mean, they've done studies on it, and
I know they're doing
hi-
more too.
the higher your body count, the more partners you've had, the greater likelihood of getting an STD.
But it's not always about getting an STD. It's about you can get an STD, but they might also just be more likely to know they have an STD because they're getting more regularly checked. Except for the girl who has a boyfriend, they've been fucking for years, and she goes 2 years without knowing she has chlamydia because he cheated on her in the beginning of the relationship, and she never thought to get tested.
That's a possibility.
So it's like
It's a possibility.
it just goes
But
both
I mean,
ways.
if you had to compare the two,
Mhm.
you're much. I mean, if you're sleeping with 3 new people a week, the likelihood of you getting an STD is going to be greater than if you're in a committed long-term relationship.
It's saying it can, but it also.
But so I'm speaking in generalities. I'm
I
not
know.
saying that it's impossible,
Mhm.
but the exception does not make the rule.
Yes.
And So, yeah.
But just even like, not even just based on numbers research, even based on the people I know, I, strangely enough, I don't know, not going for men, 'cause I don't really talk to many men about it, but like a lot of the women I know, the less promiscuous they are, the bigger run-ins they've had with STDs. So that's the only reason why I'm saying that.
Like I said, I mean, the exceptions.
Yeah. It could also
Doesn't
just
make
be
the
from
rule.
being out here, and for some reason people in relationships get tore up with STDs more often than people not, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, and the other thing too is, I mean, yeah, you can say, well, get STD tests, but I mean, most people, I'd say vast majority of people are not getting full panel STD tests.
Oh, like herpes and things like that.
Yeah, maybe like often if you ask to get STD tested, they're not testing for everything. And then there's also
Yes.
some STDs that aren't going to show up until later on down the road.
Or you're supposed to wait 2 to 3 weeks before
Yeah.
after your partner. It's a problem a lot of people also don't do.
Yeah, I mean, HIV. That there's some other ones that can kind of
Syphilis. Yeah.
show up much further down the road.
Mhm.
So, and also people are fucking without condoms. Like, so there's all kinds of.
Yeah.
So there's the STD thing. Also, it's just if someone. Okay, so for me personally, the thought of sleeping with a new girl and she's sleeping with another guy, I find that disgusting.
Yeah. A lot
I'm
of people do.
gonna hook up with you and you fucked a guy the night before. Like, that to me is just gross.
Reasonably so.
So if someone is promiscuous, that's more likely to be the case. Whereas if you have a low body count, you only have sex with one person at a time, then
But you're forgetting the people that they're introduced to, though.
what do you mean?
So, like, say, yeah, it's nasty if you fucked this girl and the next day, or this girl got fucked yesterday and then you go fuck her tonight, right? That's
Mhm.
nasty. But what if you instead you choose the girl who you're like, oh, no, this girl, like, she must have a low body count, like, she's clean, like, da-da-da-da. But then now you could be the dirty one getting
Sure,
introduced
yeah,
to her.
guys.
And all it takes is just one
Yeah.
dirty peen or dirty cooch, and then your whole apartment's affected. I don't know, but like, like it goes so quickly. Like people don't realize how quick. You know, that's why it's both sides.
Yeah, I mean, and I want to make it clear, women can also have a not want to date a guy who's promiscuous. Maybe you guys know, like, kind of a naive girl who's maybe a bit inexperienced when it comes to dating. Like, you probably wouldn't want to set her up with the player guy, the guy who's like probably just going to hook up with her once. Like, you wouldn't want to set her up with that kind of guy. So you'd maybe want to set her up with a guy who he himself isn't a big player guy. He's got lower body count himself.